We have a rumored ban list coming across the OCG side, and whew, this is quite the ride, honestly. So here's the original pictures. Command Quest on Twitter. Everything here is going to be biased from rumors, but I wanted to talk about this list in general. There's a few interesting things I think happening here that are definitely very well worth exploring. So keep in mind, this is all rumor. We're going to move the metagame discussion was supposed to go up today back to tomorrow, as well as side deck cards will be up on Thursday as well. But let's dig into this, shall we? First off, the ban section. There are 4 cards that are banned. First one, Trickstar Licorice. This card, if this list is supposed to be the rumored possible worlds list or the new OCG ban list, banning of Licorice kind of would make sense, depending on which end-of-match procedures they would approach. This is a card that cannot be allowed to exist. Being able to recur it back to the hand, it's no bueno. So there's that. Following the TCG side, we have Chain Strike being just banned, taken care of. They don't want to promote degenerate combos. I mean, I get Chain Strike can be a little bit annoying, but to see this card be absolutely removed from the equation, I think that this would be a progressively good move. Once again, it all depends on which time procedures they're going to be using. Fairy Tale Snow. Now, this is another one. The OCG has grass at 3, progressively as grass interactions evolve in the OCG. Well, unfortunately, we have to do something about snow because they still want to keep grass alive for some reason on their side of the game. You kind of pick one. It's either snow or it's grass, and they're choosing to just remove Fairy Tale Snow from this equation. And the last ban on this list is actually number 42. Spam tokens, and actually the main reason why this is getting removed from the equation is actually the first of the limited ones, but Tomahawk banned. This is very interesting, but it's because of what comes after this. So with Tomahawk being removed, one of the biggest things in the game's history would happen. Blaster, Redux, Tidal, and Tempest all return to 1 under this list. This is insane to me. I have waited so long, but unfortunately, leaving Tomahawk at any capacity greater than, 1 causes degenerate interactions between all of the dragons. But after 3 years, if this list is rumored to be true, the Dragon Rulers get the chance to make a return to the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Can you imagine how many people are just shouting, watching this video, much like the thunderstorm over my head? They're like, oh my god, this is nuts! They're like, better buy my Dragon Rulers. This is all rumored. Keep that in mind. But for this to happen, this would be spectacular. Also limited to 1, Astrograph. This is just more of one of those subtle cleanup types of things, I feel. A little bit okay with this. This card is absolutely degenerate, so I kind of have to remove that from the game. Hornet Drones to 1, token generation, quick play, being able to have this act as another monster. Yeah, this thing needs to go to 1. I think that this, along with another hit on this list, are pretty good to literally slowing down the Sky Striker engine, but this does hurt a lot more than I think a lot of people are going to give this credit for. Armageddon Knight, moving to 1 on this list once again. This is meant to stop those degenerate OTKs that are floating around. You can be indifferent about this. It sucks. A Assault Core to 1. So, this list does nothing to Firewall, which can't really hit the ace monster of the anime, now can you? So they have to make moves going around this. And they choose to hit the FTK in this particular list by putting A to 1. You can't do the ABC FTK if your piece is limited to 1. Part of the degenerate loop that makes the world go round, getting limited. This does hurt ABC a lot, but this has been one of the biggest decks in the OCG. So to see this, it sucks, but it's an interesting hit. O-Lion to 1. I guess Steam the Cloak is limited to 1 in the OCG, so I guess this is just kind of one of those we're going to follow suit, but you need to ban this, Konami, if you're going to do anything. I mean, this at any number at 1, most people only played 1, but I guess this makes sense. And then last but not least, Damage Juggler to 1 on this list. Interesting. I guess another hand trap wouldn't be such a bad thing after all, but these are all of your current limits to 1. Those Dragon Rollers back, though. That's nuts. Limited to 2. Harmonizing. Astrographs at 1. Skull Crabats at 1. I don't know what Double Iris is at in the OCG, but damn, you're going to hit my boy. I guess limiting this is absolutely fine by me. I mean, the pendulum mechanic in the OCG has way more going for it than it does in the TCG. That's for damn sure. This was the other hit I was talking about with drones. By putting Engage to 2, and you put drones to 1, you definitely slow down the core engine a lot more than I think people are going to want to give it credit to. Honestly, Engage to 2, drones to 1, I think will still allow the deck to be played, but you gotta do something about this card. This card is the nuts. I'm sure people will still play this to some capacity as an engine, but it's still an engine at the end of the day. So, evidently combining draw cards with search cards is the nuts. And Trishula to 2. If I play 2 of these, can I get somewhere? Omega's still at 1 in the OCG. If the TCG gets 2 Trishulas and 3 Omega, I mean, most people are only playing 1 Omega if they're choosing to play it, but 2 Trishula with 3 Omega would be a very interesting show. But nonetheless, this entertains me a little bit. I'm curious to know how this will do it too, if anything. Then this list also has Doloran going to. I'm indifferent about this as well. I don't particularly think this makes much of a difference. There were like some OTKs, I think, with multiple copies of these. But do we really care? Now for the banger. Monster Reborn to 2. To every person that's still watching this video, if you're like, Monster Reborn to 2, does that even matter? I actually ask you this question. Does it? Monster Reborn has been one of those cards that has been getting progressively weaker as the game goes. Sure, being able to revive any one monster, is crazy in some game states and can really change the game, but I mean, you gotta be able to have that Borreload in the graveyard for it to really matter. So, I'm indifferent about this as well. I don't think it really matters. I mean, Soul Charge is at 1 for a reason, but one more generic Reborn card. I mean, I guess. There's so many of them in the game now, like Mirror Force. And the last change... oh no, there were 2 more changes, my bad. Reasoning to 2. Good job, Infernoids. You get a little pat on the back here. You get to be a little bit more degenerate in the coming days. I definitely think that putting this card to anything more than 1 is dangerous, but it's an interesting change. And last but not least, Ring of Destruction to 2. Okay. I'm indifferent about this as well. It's another chainable trap card that punishes the opponent. You know, fucking let them have it. You know, is what it is. Unlimited. Once again, these are the things going to 3. Max C, nowhere on this list. Konami learned their lesson. 3 Ash Blossoms. Your opponent's playing Max C, not going to have a good time. Limiting this card might have been a bad thing. Having 3 4-heads in your deck come OCG format with Max C running around, you kind of want to have this. So, interesting push there on this list. Alistair to 3. I think this was a mistake to limit this in the first place, but I guess they were so afraid of what the deck was doing that they had to do something about it. And honestly, it was just more of one of those lazy hits more than anything. TCG's had this fucking thing at 3 for years, and it's doing nothing. Shred to 3? Damn, Konami. You crazy. 3 of this? We're almost back to full power Necroz. Just gotta kind of loosen up on a few of the other cards that you have in jail right now, but we can definitely get there. But Shred coming off the ladder, definitely like that. This list has 3 Stratos. Normal summon Stratos effect, Stratos into Stratos into Stratos. I don't think there's enough floodgates in the game to really allow me to take genuine advantage of this scenario, but Stratos into Stratos into Stratos into Monster will be viable under this list. Ice Bell free finally as well. I don't know why the OCG did anything to this. This card literally came to the TCG. We looked at it and said, we don't care. Like, we just kind of tossed this card to the side. It was really good in the OCG for what they had going for it, but we never really abused it in the way that the OCG did. But I think that's one of the big differences between the TCG and the OCG. It's just the way that we kind of handle things. Destiny Hero Disc Commander to 3. It's a once per turn effect in the OCG, or once per duel effect, so I mean, card kind of sucks, right? Freed up. Doesn't really matter. Carter Demise to 3. Okay, OCG. I see you. Try to make True Draco better. Speaking of True Draco getting better. Heritage to 3. It's a very interesting list, that's for sure. The only real things that stick out to me here, hurting a Assault Core really sucks. Drones to 1 is perfectly fine. And just Monster Reborn to 2, along with the return of my homie, the Dragon Rulers. I would be excited to play under this list. This changes up the game. And that's what people want, is change, you know. But what do you guys think about this rumored list? Nothing's confirmed fake as of yet, but damn, this is an interesting piece. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think down below in the comment section. And that's all I got, guys. Deuce Arenos and told the ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.